Gang, I want to talk to you about the idea of love and hate and the practice of love and hate. And so, in the broadest sense of the word, not in the romantic idea, but I see love as the seeing the best in somebody's potential, and that's you can talk about whether you love a child, whether you're loving an athlete, whether you're loving a taco. You see the best in the possibilities that it presents itself, what it can sort of blossom into in the future. And hate, as the sort of opposite side of that coin, you're talking about seeing the worst in who they are now. So it's rather than seeing the possibilities, you're sort of saying, oh, that's not too much right now. That's pretty weak sauce. And both of these ideas are practices. You have to practice the idea of hate, and you have to practice this idea of love. And usually it's a very mindful practice of love, and it's a mindless practice of hate. To love something is to see, you have to take a moment to see what it could become. When you see an acorn, you don't think immediately big ass oak tree. You think, oh, that's just an acorn, whatever. But if you love that acorn, you see what it could become. You could see that it could provide shade and on a hot day. You could think that it can provide acorns in the fall. If you collect acorns and like to make acorn meal, or it could really tie a landscape together. But if you hate that acorn, you see nothing, no possibilities. You just see what it is, and the worst of what it is, which is probably something you step on and hurts your foot, and that's something that I've been struggling with. It's definitely a practice. As a coach, I see my job as loving athletes. I have to love my athletes. I don't necessarily have to like them. I don't like my athletes every day, but I love them every day, or at least I try to, because when they walk into the gym, I try to see what can they do, what could they do in the future, what can they do in a year with the right amount of attention and support and guidance. Because I see a lot of people when they walk into the gym, when they walk into the box, they hate themselves. They don't see where they could go. They only see what they are now, and they see the worst of what they are. They think, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I suck at pull-ups, I am bad at running, rather than saying I could be good at running. If I put the time in, I could be really good at pull-ups, I could get a muscle up. That sort of idea of the possibilities, but they limit themselves in the present. And that's such a weak sauce way to do it. I think that practicing love and hate it's an idea that really transcends. It's not easy. It's not very fun. And there are some athletes where it's easy to not love them because they hate themselves so much. But as a coach, it's my job. I got to bring it out in them, and that's what I want to. Just sort of plant this idea in your head, sort of let it stew around. How often do you love somebody? How often do you see people's potential rather than saying, oh, they're bad at this? It's like, no, they're bad at it now, but they could be good at it. So think about it, stew on it, and maybe box breathe on it. Enjoy.